Good evening. This is Luke Thomas, QuakePrediction.com, here at the Earthquake channel. It is 6:21 in the evening, uh, Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021. And we're going to go straight to the warning that we have for California. And here's the risk graph for California. And these are peaks in release, or I call them the trigger peaks. And these, when these reach a peak, there's usually a quake, and I know by the other data that I have where that's going to be and how big the quake's going to be, usually. So back on the 20th, we had a peak here at about 58%, and the 3.5 hit in Los Angeles. And then on this peak, 3.1, and this one produced a 4.6, and that was up in right here off of Northwest California. And then 3.5 happened on the 31st. And you can see this little peak right here on the 3rd, February 3rd. Well, that happened. Let's go back to this map here. And we got 3.7. That was at about 1:23 in the morning on Pacific time, California time. It was about 1 in the morning on February 3rd. And that was a 3.7, 3.7, also 2.9, 2.8, a swarm of other quakes, smaller quakes, but a 3.7 hit on this peak right here. Well, yesterday, I didn't know, you can see this risk map here below here. This was from yesterday's map. We didn't know it hadn't peaked yet. The maximum release had not reached the maximum yet. So we wanted to wait till today's forecast. And we did get a peak here at about 2 in the morning on February 4th. So this is coming up in another, about 8 hours from now. We have a peak at about 2 in the morning on February 4th, which is about 8 hours from now. And then we have another peak at 9 a.m. That's this one right here. And the next one is at 11 p.m. So the first one is the one that should trigger what we're calling the 6.6. And we have a warning here for 6.6 earthquake is likely within 50 miles of Ocotillo, California. And that's near the Salton Sea on February 4th, most likely at 2 a.m. That's this first peak. Or 9 a.m., that's the second peak. Or 11 p.m., that's the last peak here. Now, we don't know what the data is yet for the 5th of February, but we will update you tomorrow night. And most likely by then, we'll have a significant earthquake that is hit, most likely overnight at 2 in the morning or 9 in the morning. And then we'll update you on what the future looks for the 5th of February. But for now, we're looking for about a 6.6 earthquake within 50 miles of Ocotillo, California, around the Salton Sea area. The second highest risk is Los Angeles, so it should hit either in Ocotillo or between Los Angeles and Salton Sea. So one of those two spots during the next 24 hours. Let's go quickly over to the Athens, Greece forecast. The risk is rising over there. We're working on these other countries as well. This format takes a lot more work than the other maps. And 70% risk on February 4th in the evening over there in Istanbul and Greece area. So that could produce a 4.5 or so. And then the other forecast we've been working on is the Japan forecast. And that risk rises to 65% on February 5th. It just so happens this back here on the 21st, this was very high over here, and that produced a 5.6 earthquake off in northern Japan. And now we're at 65% for February 5th, and I believe this is 62% on the 4th. And that's for Japan. Once again, in Los Angeles, California, looking for a strong earthquake during the next 24 hours, most likely just past midnight at about 2 in the morning on February 4th, or 9 in the morning tomorrow morning, or 11 p.m. tomorrow night. Could happen anytime in between then. Those are the most likely times for the 6.6 earthquake, likely in Southern California, most likely within 50 miles of Ocotillo or near the Salton Sea. Thanks for following us here at QuakePrediction.com. We're going to be working on some other cities around the world tonight. It takes a little more work to put all these this data together for different countries, so it might take a while before we add some of the other countries. But we do have the warning for Los Angeles, and that should happen overnight during the next 24 hours, most likely at around 2 in the morning, and the second most likely time is 9 in the morning. So stay alert. Please warn your friends and family. Strong earthquake coming to Southern California tonight within the next 12 to 24 hours. Please stay safe, and we'll talk to you tomorrow after the earthquake. And stay safe, and God bless.